Morning ladies, it's Sunday. Just tripping myself up around my light. I've come on today, for the fourth time I think today, to show you how to do the collapsible, I'm trying to put cotton in that's not meant to go in, the collapsible thread holder, thread catcher. I showed you on Friday I think it was. Where's that nice one I had? So yesterday I spent all the time doing the measurements etc. This one to try and get it perfect for you. And this will be before attempt at filming this. Here we go. So for this portable thread tied, you need an empty Pringle box or a tube of your sort. And you're going to measure that roughly, I've got it around my neck, roughly about 1/2 inch, that's all. Okay? Then you want some plastic case packing stuff. Art brings us home from work from the many cases he gets. This is just a little bit more than 1/2 inch, but it doesn't really matter. I can't find the black one he bought me, which was exactly 1/2 inch, but that it doesn't really matter. That's fine like that. You need 2 pieces of cardboard. Now the cardboard has got to fit in there. It's got to fit in there, and it's got to also have some. It's not quite round, that one. Have some fabric and wadding on it. So, but as long as it fits in there snugly, you'll be fine. So just 2 pieces of cardboard for that. You'll need 2 circles of fabric. You can make them the same or different, whatever. And they've got to be, where's my cardboard gone? I've lost my cardboard, where's my cardboard? Anyway, they've got to be a bit bigger, 1/4 inch or just over bigger than your circle, because you're going to gather that all in. So, if you see what I mean. Yeah. So you want 2 of these. Yep. Like that. Then you want another piece of material, which is for the body. And this measures 8 by 10. I've already folded in a bit on the iron. I might have folded it in a little bit much, but makes no odds. It's all, you can guess, you know what I mean? It's not rocket science, you have to measure it. And then this will be going in a little bit because you'll be sewing that. And so you'll lose a 1/2 inch when you've sewn down there. So that's really all you need. You could do the sewing machine for your sewing down there, but that's about the only machine sewing that you do. So if you don't have a machine, it's still a good project to do by hand. Naturally you need cotton and a needle, some little scissors and a thread catcher to put your threads in, but you can't have one yet ladies because you've not made yours. But when you've made it, you've got to put your threads in one of them. So that's where we're up to. Measure our ring and 1/2 inch for seam, that is. Okay? So that's what we're up to. So what are you going to do next? I've done these in stages, hopefully. Yeah, I'm right. So what I've done, it was exactly the same. And I've sewn that, like I said, mine's a little bit wider because I didn't realise I'd cut on the edge of the fabric, you know, where the plain part is. So I sewed it and I pressed open the seam. Okay, so that's number 1 done. This one I'm going to have to be a bit careful with this material because it has an upside down size, if you know what I mean. So I think I might have to be careful how I'm putting that one together. Your 2 circles, there are 2. Your 2 circles, as I say, that's the your 2 circles of fabric. The first thing you're going to do is like a running stitch Yeah, an 1/8 of an inch all the way around or whatever. Is it 1/8? I don't know what that is. What is it? Let's have a see. Hey, let's have a see. Get it the right way up. Well, you know what I mean, don't you? 1/2 inch. About 1/2 inch that is. I think some of them I did a bit small and I was struggling, you know, lapping it over. So the first thing is, do your running stitch in there, 1/4 to 1/2 inch inside. Put your cardboard in. Put your cardboard in. Yeah, put your cardboard in first, and then your wadding. You put your cardboard in, and then your wadding. No, you don't. You put your wadding in first. Take no notice. Put your wadding in, and then your cardboard, and then when you've run stitch around it, you can pull it and it will all gather up. Yep, like that. And you can pull it in close. I've done a few on there, crisscross, crisscross, just to pull it all together. Okay, you then put the two parts together like a macaroon, and what you do is sew them to overstitch carefully together, which it'll end up like that, hopefully. Okay, when you've done that, you're going to get your piece of, this will be the next stage that we'll go into. So when you've done that, what you'll do is get hold of your piece of material that you've sewn down, and you'll get your, turn it inside out, sorry, you'd have sewn it and flattened it, won't you? You'll have sewn it. I didn't tap this end, all I've done is ironed it down, that on the bottom. But I sewed that and I ironed it open. I then get my tube of crisp packet with the little plastic bag inside, and you go bring it down about halfway and scoot that over. Oops, can you see what I'm doing, ladies? Can you see? So we're going to push that down like so. Looks fiddly, but you know what I'm like, with fat fingers in the way. So I'm just keep pushing that down. As I said, this is where you might want, you wish you'd maybe put a bit of glue around the thing, but it is holding up. It's just don't rush it. Don't rush it. So pushing that right up like that until you've got it at least half, well, at halfway. It's got to be halfway, Penny. And then I try and put the two, I don't know why there's an extra piece of material there, we can knit that off, noiseless, and we can keep stretching that out, pulling that down neatly, and then pushing with your other thumb, pushing that cardboard so it sits neatly up there. Okay, that wasn't hard, was it? And what I did was put just a couple of pins in, just to keep it in place, like so. I must get me bigger pins down, I can't see these. It's like that. Okay, and then you're going to stitch just a little running stitch or a back stitch, something just to keep all that. Don't sew into the cardboard, but I don't think your needle would go in it, but just sew just gently underneath all of that. Okay, and you'll end up with that. Okay, we're doing well here. So there it is. I've just sewn all that around, so now I'm left with that. Now get the white ones that go together. This is spotty pink, so this has got spots on, and I didn't have enough actually of this material, so I used that. Who knows? So what we're going to do now is the inner one. I just pinned that to it wouldn't go anywhere. The inner one I'm going to push out the way for a minute because I don't really want that. So I'm just going to push that out the way, okay? And then I'm going to push this here, and I'm going to pin it first. And any untidiness on my part, I'll try and hide. I'll try and hide by pushing in with my finger and the pin. So we're just going to pin that in. Now naturally you're going to, or naturally with me anyway, you're going to have a little bit of material over. It makes no odds. I'll just, oh, you picked some rotten pins here, pen. What have you got? I'll just do a little fold. I hope you can see, ladies. I don't want to do this filming again. Not again. Can't believe the weather after yesterday. It was so nice. Right, I've lost myself now. Keep that, remember that fold where you ironed. So, we'll go in there. We're going here. And we're gonna, oh, try not to stab myself. I'm full of bruises as it is, as you know. Like that. Yeah, it's getting a bit lumpy here maybe, so I'll put in a little tuck. Just put in a little tuck, just to gather it in. Like so. Ow! I might probably gather it a bit more, in a bit more neater way when I'm sewing. But this is just to guide me really, okay? So you're going to do that, and I will quickly sew it. It won't be my best, so I'm probably just like a tack, but I can go over it when I'm off camera. I don't mind doing things 2 or 3 times. Except marriage, I've only done that once. And children, I've only got one. My lamp's getting in my way now. I do there. So all I'm doing is catching a little bit of the material from the round one. Take that big pin out, and I've got an enormous lump of cotton, I know, ladies. Catching it there. I'm catching it here, catching it there. It would have been nice to have gone out today for a ride or somewhere, but weather being as it is, never mind. At this time of year it's lucky to get one good day at the weekend, never mind 2. Beautiful. And hopefully whenever after I've shown you this, I'll come back on, don't want to frighten you too soon, and do you those reversible baskets that I made. I thought they'd also look nice for Christmas. Even these, if you put Christmas material, they'd be good. So here I am. I've got to keep an eye on the time as well, how long I've been showing you. But there's not many stages to this, and it's the type of little project you can do outside or watching telly. Something like that, and of course you could add your own little embellishments. But you know, I thought as well they do. You know me, I don't know if the people still have them, but I lose a lot of hair. You know, when I'm brushing my hair, so it's been quite thick, and I mean, I just take off the brush or comb and look around for the bin. But they used to save hair, didn't they? I think they used to send it and sell it if it was very nice hair, an unusual colour or whatever. But I don't think we'd do that now. But sometimes it's nice when you're away or somewhere and you can't find a bin right nearby. Maybe you could put your hair in it, or at least your hair grips, or you know, when you take them out at night, your hair slides, hair grips. You could either put them in one of these, or your rings or things, and at least it folds up to put in your suitcase, handbag for your journey home. That's good. Oh, I think that's my last pin, ladies, on this side. I just want to do this just to show you what to do for the next stage, really, because sometimes it's hard to explain these things. I'm sticking my fingers all over the place, I know, so you can't see. Right, I'm really come to the end. It's not the neatest of my sewing, honestly, I tell you no fibs, but I think I'll go over that. Anyway, so now what you've got is, you've sewn one side of this, you've got your ringing, so now you're going to turn it the other way, yep, turn it the other way, pull your, I got a pin in there, is it just something shiny? Pull this down, I'm making it look really complicated, ladies, and it's not, I promise you. I promise you it's not. So what we're going to do next is just pull that right down like that. See, I've used a very dark Pringle box. I don't know what flavour it was, but it was like black. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to sew that over. So what we're going to do is sew now this part, because you've sewn that in there, so now you want to sew this part so both sides of the ring are sewn together, yeah? I'm not going to do it, I won't let you have to watch me. I'll just pin it for now. This is something you couldn't really do, I don't think, on a machine. It is a hand project, but very handy to have near my machine. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to tuck it in where I can. Okay, so you'll end up with that. Put all my pins because otherwise they fall on the floor, and I don't want the cat to do his paws in it. Now I don't think I'll turn that, but you can see what it will look like now it's finished. Yeah, it will look exactly, I promise you, like that one. Okay, that's the last bit that you would have sewn. When I did that, that was the first bit you sewed. Okay, then you turn it in, just like I've done with that pink one, and you sew that one. Okay, and then you've got your thread tidy, and you just twist it and poke it in like that. Cool or what? And if you didn't need it as a tidy, with having wadding in and everything, I think it would even do as a temporary, maybe not, what's it?